Let me let that noisy thing get out of here real quick, because I can't hear myself think.
A few moments later.
Hey there, folks. How you doing today? Welcome back to the channel. Please bear with the background racket that's going on out there. I actually had to wait to start this video because my kid was taking off in my diesel pickup, and I couldn't hear myself think over that thing. If you have been following along, you know that this summer's big project is going to be yanking the old drivetrain out of my '89 Wagoneer and replacing it with a drivetrain from a donor 2001 Suburban that was provided to me by an old friend. I've been putting it off long enough. I've got to get this project started, but a couple of things that I have to address before I can actually start the work on the vehicle. If you look here in my garage, you'll see that I have a little bit of a concrete slab down there on the end. I started it year before last, and yeah, that's where it's sit. I have done vehicle repairs in here on this dirt before. You look there, you'll see a series that I did when I had to do a bunch of motor work on my old Ford Ranger pickup truck. If you haven't seen those videos, I think 100 people watched them way back when I did them. Wound up having to tear the engine down, replace the head, some other stuff. So I did that in here on the dirt. Look, my grandpa was a mechanic out in New Mexico, and he did a lot of vehicle work out in the dirt. But the dirt there and the dirt here are two different things. For one, here in East Texas, it is extremely humid. And as such, you sweat and you get wet. And the dirt here is wet. And this dirt, when you lay in it, it just sticks to you and it gets mud. You can't get up and dust yourself off like you could out in the desert of New Mexico. Just dust yourself off, you were fine. Here, it turns to mud as soon as you get on it. As well as there's ants that come up through the dirt and bite you. And I don't like that much either. The biggest issue, though, beyond that, and I'll show you over here in just a second, is we have a dog. Actually, we have two, but one in particular that does a real good job of keeping the crackheads away from the property. But it comes at a cost. The dog digs holes, and he likes to dig holes in here in my barn. And so that I can continue to like that dog, I need to get a concrete floor down to prevent him from digging holes in areas where I'm trying to work. So we're going to start that now. I show you a real quick 360 here. I've got all three pickup trucks loaded up with cement. If you buy it in bulk, you save 54 cents a bag. So I bought the minimum amount to get the bulk price, but it was twice as much as I could haul on my diesel pickup at once. So I split the load up, went back and got the rest of it. That's a big hassle. I don't know if it's worth it, but in my mind it is. So we'll leave it at that. But right now, I'm getting ready to prep that area and throw down the first section of slab. I say the first section of slab. It'll be the first section that I'm throwing down now. It's going to be 2, 3, 4 sections to get all the way out the front of the barn. I'm going to do them about 6 foot wide. That way I can work it, I can reach across it. There's easier ways to do it, and I'm telling you this isn't the best way, but I'm doing it on kind of a low buck deal. I know some of you might be wondering why I'm mixing cement quick-rete rather than just hiring a cement mixer to come out and bring some cement. I actually have a really good reason for that. In years past, in other places that I have lived, you know, if you need 3 yards of cement, you call them up. They bring you 3 yards of cement. They might charge you a little extra fee for a short load or whatever, but it was no big deal. And then you'd have all your cement mixed at once, and all you had to do was work it, and it worked out really well. I live north of Houston in a very, very large, booming area, and if you can get a cement mixer to bring you a load of cement without having to schedule it 2 or 3 weeks in advance, they charge you a minimum of 9 yards. So I don't need 9 yards to complete this portion. I only need 4. But they would charge me for 9 yards of cement, to, even if they only brought me 4. They will not sell you a partial truck around here. I've looked into it. It's just the way it is. On my way into town today to go get the cement, there were literally a line of like 30 cement mixers dumping cement on a road project going down the road. they've got plenty of work. They don't need the little jobs that I would provide them. So I'm just going to mix it by hand. No big deal there. But anyway, I knew that was going to come up in the comments section. Why are you mixing it by hand? Well, that's why. So anyway, I can do it at my speed this way. I'm going to work it 6 foot at a time so that I can get everything smoothed out and worked easily with the tools that I already have. I'm not buying any expensive equipment or anything for this. Everything that I'm using, I've already had for a long time. So I'm going to shut up now and quit talking about that. And I'll do a little time lapse showing the project with this going in. So. Here's a farm style tech tip for you. You got a mixer like this and you don't want to have to use a wheelbarrow to make sure that the cement goes where you want it. Go get yourself a piece of an old plastic barrel and some baling wire and rig it up underneath to work as a chute. Follow me for more great recipes. And there you have it, folks. 37 sacks of cement, 2 pieces of remesh, 20 foot of rebar, and most of the afternoon, but we got it done. As soon as it sits up a little bit, I'll take the forms off and we'll move it back and do it again. Thanks for watching.